Alright, welcome back, plant lovers. Back into Strange Horticulture. I think I know where the Mellowglow flower is now. I don't remember. It's been a couple of days since we played, so I don't remember if we already had this plant or if this is one of those plants we got from another quest. But here it is. This one says turquoise flower and sharp thorns. The Mellowglow has sharp thorns to protect from predators. Again, we have the keyword sharp in here and the keyword sharp in here, which is what we need to get past the witches just northeast of Rustland, so we can get yet another flower. And from my understanding, there's approximately 77 flowers in total, or 77 plants in total in the game. We obviously don't have all 77 of them yet, and I don't know if you experience all 77 of them even in the main quests. Some people seem to indicate that after you finish the main storyline, that there was something you could do afterwards that would help you occupy your time until you got all 77 done. Anyway, we're going to try this for Mellowglow. We're going here to Rustland, and we're going northeast of Rustland at Grisdale Forest. We've seen this before. From the moment I step off the road, I can't shake the feeling I'm being watched. Suddenly, I find my way blocked by 3 women wearing green cloaks and holding short elm bows. Nobody may wander freely through the forest by order of the Arda, says the leader of the trio. But the Arda was dead. I turn to walk back, but then again I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Mainly this plant. You ladies don't mind looking the other way while I ingest this plant, do you? This one with all the sharp thorns. I'm going to go ahead and label it just in case something happens to it. Mellowglow. Go ahead and drop it in here and see what happens. The doink. Plant identified. And we got another book entry. Actually, it's Mellow-Glow. With the help of the Mellowglow, I walk right past the sisters without them paying me any heed. Chuckling to myself, I collect the plant that Verona talked about and take my leave. So we got Caballia, a rare plant that is believed to help the dead find peace in the afterlife. Those who can afford it place wreaths made from it at the graves of their loved ones. Caballia flowers almost always contain 6 petals. Finding a 7-petal flower is considered to bring good fortune. Now, did we get the actual flower? Or did we just get the book entry? Does anybody see our Caballia up there? This was one that we already had, right? Yeah, strawberry dipped in honey. Unless it was that. I know we've already had these flowers. Oh, let's can't put it there. You silly gilly. Nothing new down here. These were our new flowers that we found. We don't know what these are yet. Small yellow berries. The leaves seem to have a mind of their own. Alright, so we've got this one. This goes in the archive. So now we're still looking for the plant that'll help us keep warm. And we still don't know what that plant... Oh, we need to collect this plant. Okay, that's why we haven't gotten it yet. There we go. Grizzledale. New plant acquired. So what does this one look like? The bulb is quite firm and turquoise in color. The orange fruits have no noticeable odor. So we're still looking for something that'll help us stay warm. Stomach pains. I know we've seen it before. Was it Brimlock? From Brimlock. The warming effect that gets conditions just right in the cold winter. Small yellow flowers. Is that the one we just picked up? You see, it's already disappeared. Now these are not small yellow flowers. Those are small yellow berries. This is the one we just picked up. So those are firm and turquoise in colors with orange fruits. And we don't have anything else with small yellow flowers. So whatever that is, except for the Gandhi root, which we know that we've already produced. I mean, we've already successfully identified, right? Let's double check. Gandhi root. Yes, Gandhi root. Alright, so. It's going to be a little bit before we can still take care of this one. So I'm just going to put this back over here. We'll leave this here just so we don't forget about it. We don't have any more Rising Dread at the moment, so let's go ahead and pet Mr. Hellbore. And ring the bell. Ring my bell. Selena Scott. They're saying Blackcomb is haunted now. Bradley Miller told me he saw the ghost of a huge deer, antlers and all, but then Bradley Miller also says he can talk to squirrels. Either way, there's something evil in them hills, and I'm not taking any chances. Awful up what happened to that poor young man up at Swinsdale. I'm seeking some stinking Mountcap. Now she says Sunset Mountcap. But this is one I don't understand, because we don't have any Mountcap at all, right? I think this is where we ran into our problem before. Mountcap. We don't have any Sunset Mountcap, and we don't have any stinking Mountcap. We're going to have to look at the hint. I need to look back to my letters. I'm sure I remember seeing something that could lead me to a new map location and a new plant, too. So unless it's one of these... Alright, so here's my letters. Alright, there's that. I don't think that's going to lead me anywhere unless I... I can't just stick it on there. Too much to bear. Forced to turn back. Would advise against it. The Great Gable. Sure to take precautions. Plant that should keep you warm should the weather turn against you. And we have a plant that will keep us warm. But it's the Brimlock. Warming effect. Conditions are just right. The cold produces small yellow flowers. The leaves are waxy and tough. Conditions are just right in the cold of winter. Produces small yellow flowers that are waxy and tough. Now the only thing, now we don't have a whole lot of flowers that we don't have identified up here. It's not that one. So it's going to look more like the Folium calderis. Now this is the only thing. Smooth waxy leaves. The oh my biscuits. The leaves are waxy and tough. So maybe since we're not in the cold of winter. Alright, let's give it a try. So we're going to go up there. So this could be Brimlock. Or did we already try this one? I can't remember. Let's give it a try. Brimlock. We're going to make it red because we're not sure. We're going to need to go to Great Gable. Explore Great Gable, which is in the north. Up here. Great Gable. There it is. It's this one right here. After several hours of arduous hiking and scrambling, I am still some distance from the summit. I am freezing cold and ready to head home. I should do the sensible thing and turn back down the mountain. Unless... This Brimlock? Keep your fingers crossed. That's Brimlock. I pushed on, no longer feeling the cold, and am pleasantly rewarded. We got Sunset Mountcap. The Sunset Mountcap is a type of fungus with domed caps, sometimes called stinking Mountcap, a result of its unpleasant odor. It is thought to deter unwanted souls and spirits from entering the home and is often placed in doorways. It is mildly toxic to humans and should not be eaten. Of course not. Like that. This is all good. I'm going to drop this down there. This can go in the archives. So we got our stinking Mountcap. I think there was a plant that we already had. Let's see if we can find it. What did it say? Sunset Mountcap. The type of fungus with domed caps. Now we got plenty of those here. Doesn't tell what color it is. So let's just go look. Viscous white liquid. We don't like viscous like white liquids. Mushroom white plant growing with red warts. Smells strongly of soured milk. Bad enough to make my eyes water. This domed caps and an unpleasant odor. Stinking Mountcap. Alright, I can't think of anything else that's going to make us stink. There we go. Sunset Mountcap. So we got a new book entry, and it's the end of a day. Hinchuck. The fruit of the hinchuck can have startling effects on memory. Even a small dose can result in short-term memory loss, but in larger amounts, it has been known to cause severe amnesia. The tuberous bulb has unusual structure, growing in bursts that give it a striped appearance when cut open. When the outer layer hardens and turns blue-green, it is ready to harvest. Yeah, that's interesting. Will we be will we ever be able to like do anything with these? Will we ever be able to cut open these plants or anything like that? Interesting. We still don't know what that tool's for. Alright, so did we get a new flower? No, we just got a new book entry. So we know that this is Brimlock, so we can go ahead and edit that. Let's change the color. Okay, and stinking Mountcap. That was this one, right? Stinking Mudcap. Or whatever. Sunset Mudcap. The one that had the... Yeah. Yeah. And our new one was... No telling. Wasn't Carmen Trouse. Fever Kiss. We know what Fever Kiss is now. Red berries. Leaves are pale green in color. Hinchuck was our new one. Fruit of the Hinchuck. The tuberous bulb has an unusual structure. Bulb is quite firm and turquoise in color. Blue-green. The bulb is quite firm and blue-green, so I'm guessing this is the Hinchuck. Blue-green is the same as turquoise, right? Blue-green and turquoise. I'm just going to go ahead and tentatively label it Hinchuck. Alright, there we go. Yeah, let's see what's waiting for us on the next day. Oh, we get a new letter or something today. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Here's our next clue. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east where the Everheart grows. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned to drink, as they often do, men. Men and their drink. Tuesday. Nothing good ever happens on a Tuesday. Alright, northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east where the Everheart grows. She grew up in the abbey. Whoops. Why did I come here? I didn't come here. I came... Now I have to wait. Or I can water the plants. If that helps us advance time at all. It doesn't seem to be helping much. There we go. Got that. Guess our plants don't need much water in these days. They're Hinchuck. They're Hinway. Not Mellowglow. We need to remember that. Now, I don't know if these are real flowers or not. I think somebody said they were. I know I've heard of St. John's wort. Never heard of St. John's poppy. Never heard of Hinchuck. I'm not exactly an expert gardener. And some of these might be more British stuff. So where's that card we just... There it is. She lives alone in her castle. Northwest of the abbey. Can we keep this card out? There we go. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. So we need to find an abbey. It's Ravenglass Gosford. So here's Calder Abbey. Northwest of the abbey. That would be... And there's this... Each square is a mile. So 1, 2, 3. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east where the Everheart grows. Is there any other abbeys? Let's make sure we're not using the wrong abbey, because that can be quite embarrassing. Lacombe Haverg, because we don't see anything about the Everheart, unless that's the name of the plant we're about to dig up, the Everheart. Hawkshield Cave, Dungeon Gill. Surely we're not going to have to go into a dungeon and throw plants at something. Although that does sound like an interesting game. Alright, so he lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. Here's the castle. Egremont Castle. 1, 2, 3. A dead tree, its bark cracked and blackened by fire, stands alone on the hillside. Off to one side, a patch of flowers grow on a low mound. Is this the Everheart? Looks like a heart to me, doesn't it? Let's see. Pink flowers. Now it's said where the Everheart grows. I'm just going to go ahead and put a tentative label on it. Do we even have Everheart in our book? Let's look in our book. We do not have Everheart in our book. Perhaps somebody will come in soon and say, "Hey, you got Everheart." I don't know what this clue is all about. We don't know what this is all about. This is a letter, and we just know that we have these symbols here that vaguely remember it. Just vaguely remembers it. Alright. Pet the cat before we disturb him with a little bit of ding. Hey, Swift. I must thank you. Last night, for the first time in weeks, my mind was calmed. I am no longer tormented by visions of the woman in the jade mask and that terrible monster. Now I'm wondering if you have some Worryless to keep my over-anxious thoughts at bay. Some Worryless. Let's see. Worryless. Sounds like a good plant. Worryless is Lavanus nanya. Worryless is an aptly named plant. Inhaling the smell of the flowers had to help ease the symptoms of anxiety. Now, is this one of our newer plants down here? Small yellow berries? I don't think so. Which are the ones that we don't have any? Red fruits, long leaves. Doesn't look like it. Need to move this someplace else for the moment. Down there? I don't think that's it. Let's look at this one. Dark blue flowers, smells like sweet rhubarb. Now those do not look like the, well, maybe that. This could be it. Lavanus nanya. Ease the symptoms of anxiety. Let's see, smells like sweet rhubarb, so we don't have sweet scent, but those flowers don't look anything like it. I'm assuming this is a flower that we already have. Sweet scent. Now those definitely don't look like it. Now is that the flower or this? Leaves. Cream colored flowers. They smell wonderful. Now it doesn't say it helps us ease the symptoms of anxiety. Blue flowers and stiff leaves. I don't think that's it. Gray blue flowers. Definitely not that one. St. John's poppy. How do we know that's St. John's poppy? I don't think it's this one either. Red fruits, long leaves. I don't think we can get anything wrong. If we do anything wrong, I don't think anything bad happens here. Now this is kinda looks like it. That right there almost looks exactly like it. Small yellow berries. But it doesn't have anything about the flowers. Now did this one say anything about the flowers up here? Smells like sweet rhubarb. Give that one a try. That's not it. Not Worryless. Okay, not Worryless. Okay. So if it's not that one, it's definitely not that one or that one or that one. Well, I guess we don't know it's not this one, because we just know that one's not Lady of Summer. So that's the achy flower. Orange. I'm sure it's going to mention how it smells. Now, does this does not look like it. I mean, unless these are, I mean, they do have the lot, all right, let's give it a shot. There we go. Okay. I guess, all right, I guess I'll accept it. Book entry, collect. Heart. Inhaling smoke from burning the dried leaves of this plant can provide pain relief. Firm leaves grow up the stems, leading to blue flowers. Let's see, those make sense. Like Worryless. We got that one positively identified. Alright, so who's next? Nope, scared our cat. Simone Green. I met a strange man on the road to Sedberg not 2 days ago. Stranger still, he asked after you. He said he had something for you. Don't ask me what. So I told him where to find you, but he looked stricken when I mentioned Undermere. Said he doesn't come near towns at all if he can help it. He was headed west, at least I think he was, west of Sedberg. He was looking for the Winster Spring. I'll write this down for you. Thank you. But I have to... Anyway, that's my news. Did you manage to find the plant I wanted? The common Trouse? I don't even remember you asking me for this. But common Trouse. Slopes of red pike. Nobody knows why. The balm against eye strain. So common Trouse. And the slopes of red pike. Have we already been to red pike? I don't remember if we've ever been to red pike though. So there's red pike. Enjoy a pleasant stroll up the fell. The going is easy, the weather is agreeable, and views majestic. Do not have to look hard to find what I am after. Select. I already explored here and found all that there is to find. So I just need to... Common Trouse. Did I already label it? It'd be nice if we could just search. I mean, the name sounds familiar. Not Mellowglow, Hinchuck, Thinking Mudcap, Mary's Breath, Rin, Everheart, Feverkiss, Lady of Summer. Who names these things? Alright, so Common Trouse. Quite tricky to find. Slopes are a pike. Its leaves have been used for centuries as a balm against eye strain. So let's just go look for the ones that we haven't identified. So this does not look like it. Doesn't have the double thingamabobs. This has been... Alright, this, we think that's Harlequin Blue. Flowers do not look anything like that. I don't think those flowers look anything like that either. Common Trouse. I don't... Gray blue flowers with an orange center. Sporathus nemesium. Some people have, I think, some people have asked if Googling these plants would help. Blue flowers, stiff leaves. I don't think that's it. So we're just back to making a good guess here, it looks like. Red fruits. Surely it would mention the fruits if the fruits mattered. Everheart, we think. Red pike. I don't think it's this one, right? Small yellow berries. So we know we have this one. It's a matter of figuring out which one it is. Let's get our unidentified plants all in one area. This is not Worryless. Oh, well, no, that still doesn't look like it. Dark blue flower smells like... So it's not that one. Right, it could be that one. Not Lady of Summer. Doesn't appear to be that one. Let's move that one up. Oh, can't move it up there. Isn't it fun shifting plants around? Just the ones we haven't identified completely yet. Not Mellowglow. Well, that's Hinchuck, we think. Don't know what this one is yet. It's not one of the mushrooms, we know that. It would have been nice if I would have kept a better... When we went up the mountain, we would have gotten the flower. I understand why it doesn't tell us. So it's not that one. I mean, the leaves are short and it has those little ribs on it. So most likely it's going to show those ribs. This shows the ribs, but it shows 2 ribs. This shows ribs, but the leaves are flat. And it says that they ache from handling the plant. Gray-blue flowers with an orange center. Common Trouse. It doesn't mention anything about the... This one kinda... No, that one looks like the other one. So these are the only ones we haven't identified. I'm gonna go make sure we haven't... I'm just not missing. I just didn't overlook it real quick. There's somebody watching is like, you idiot, it's right there. Which is fine. You can't make fun of me. Well, you can. Alright, not Mellowglow, not Lady of Summer, not Worryless. And so which one of these looks close? We have to have the ribs and the leaves. Let's look at the hint. I'm sure I have some of that around here somewhere, so we do have it. So this has got, but they're short. So we need shorter leaves. These are kind of shorter, but they don't split like that. It would have been nice if I would have, on that last one that was the wrong one. So that doesn't have the ribs. That mentions its smell. I'm pretty sure this is the wrong one. We need to do the process of elimination. So this is not this one. This is not common Trouse. Oops. I need to change that label. It's not that one. I'm pretty sure it's not that one. I don't want to die again. I'll use the next hint. I'm sure it's one of these plants. Okay, so that's not too bad. So that's not too bad for the hint system. It just gives us some elimination. So repeat hint. We know it could be this one. But that one doesn't have the same type of flowers. We've already identified that other one as something else, haven't we? This was Wren. It doesn't look anything like it. We don't think it's one of these, right? Repeat the hint so I can see. So the purple ones. Well, let me see. Was this the one that looked like? No, it smells rotten. So it's definitely not that. So it's got to be either one of... Alright, what is this one? Well, we've already identified that as red pike, you idiot. You idiot. That was my fault. I labeled it wrong. Alright, so at least you know how the hint system works. I labeled this red pike because this is where we picked it up. Picked it up at red pike, but it's actually the common Trouse. But there we go. Turn this in, use plant. There we go. Plant identified. We got our note. Man wanted to meet you headed west from Sedberg, possibly near the source of the river Winster. Okay, well, that's it for this episode. We'll see you on the next episode where we'll go meet this man. We did make some progress today. Didn't really find out anything about the mysteries going on in the world, but we did get to explore a couple more locations and finally identify a couple more plants. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next episode.